Okay, Josh, what's my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, keep your hip forward, yeah. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's one. I know, it hurts more, doesn't it? 22. He was born in 1993 and he was born premature. He was 13 weeks early.
It wasn't.
He was 11 weeks early, which meant he had to go into special care when he was born. So he was in special care for 8 weeks, where he was in an incubator for most of that time. He was on a ventilator for how long?
About 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
In intensive care.
To help him breathe.
Because he couldn't breathe on his own because his lungs were so immature. And then he came out of intensive care and then spent the rest of the time in the incubator, but gradually progressing. But we wasn't able to hold him, was we, until he was about 2 weeks old because he was so ill. He was
just monitored then really for 8 weeks, wasn't he? Up to the end of the 8 weeks, and then he was allowed to come home.
So what kind of things do you like doing, Josh?
Playing this. PS3, watching TV, going around my friend's house, and there's an awful shop there. Yeah, it's like going around my friend's house, going swimming, sleeping, eating, and going on the computer, and listening to my iPod, and beating with friends.
He was about 2.5 before we actually got him up onto his feet with a walking frame, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he didn't crawl properly. He used to do what they call commando crawl, and he used to crawl like that.
Just pull himself along with his arms, never used to use his legs.
Because he wasn't strong enough to do it. He was diagnosed in June 1995, and with a diagnosis of mild cerebral palsy, which affected his hands and his lower limbs, and it was a stiffness rather than a floppiness.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, open, don't let it drop, 8, 9, 10, 11, good one, 12, good they are, Josh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, come on, push it right up, 18, 19, 20, okay, now lower, good one.
One day when we went to view the school with Josh, do you remember when we was in the playground and he'd got his rear posture walker, and he said, look mummy, there's someone that's got the same walker as me, whereas before in the local nursery he hadn't experienced any other children with any other disabilities. And it was like, he was just really pleased to see somebody.
Do you like school?
Yes, even though I'm doing GCSEs at the moment, which is highly boring.
Do you go to the same school?
Yeah.
You and Josh?
Yeah.
How'd you find that?
Alright. It's better because I know what he's doing. And I know who people are and what they like.
So you look after him?
He actually went to school a year early because he wasn't due until the September time, and he was actually born in the July. So he went to school age. a year
early.
early. Which I think is sort of, you know, he wasn't mature enough to cope with that, was he? He wasn't
Probably
emotional,
not. No, he probably wasn't ready for it.
looking back, but you think everything's going to be, you know, pretty normal, don't you?
Do you got lots of friends at school?
Yes.
Did you miss it when you had one?
But I did miss it, but I didn't miss it for the work, I missed it for the social side.
New stuff. He'd come off the ball.
He's got a bit heavier as he's got heavier and taller. So it made it more difficult on his joints. The pressure on his knees and his hips and ankles was too great for him to continue walking without an aid. So they gave him sticks, and which he managed with for quite a while. And then all of a sudden he started, you know, less and less on the sticks and more with a wheelchair. So we sought help from his surgeons and his paediatrician, and that's where the operation came into full force, wasn't it, last year, which came around really quick for us.